the fungi. So cutting them out will start to kind of starve the fungus in terms of its ability to grow internally. And then some people just have, they're more prone to fungus infections, both internally and externally. And, it depends on how it's showing up for you. But I think in terms of today's conversation, obviously summertime, we're getting out of summertime, more getting into the fall. So, now we're going to get into more.
Favorite time of year. Love this time of year.
It is my favorite time of year. But I'll also say that then that means Lyme and all these other things are going to come back out. And those are new conversations to have coming into the fall. But ending out and rounding out summer, some people will just deal with fungus. You walk in the back of a grocery store and you'll see some people that have fungus in and around their feet. And don't even
it's gross.
Recognize it,
Oh, it's gross. My brother, he had Tinea Versicolor 15 years, and he didn't even know what it is. It almost looks like it's vitiligo, where you're losing pigment, but you have these white patches. And I got him on the Sulfur soap, 10% with the tea tree. I got him on this product here, Terrasil, and I had him topically hit that twice a day. And I treated his gut and got his diet clean, and he had 15-year rashes gone. And he had been to dermatologist before that said, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. You're probably going to have it your whole life. Yep. And even dermatology, they, are kind of think it's a lost cause to some degree. Plus, a lot of the medications they give for a lot of the topical fungus can be very hard on the liver. And so it's tough. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And so I met a dermatologist years ago who turned me on to Sulfur soap. He's like, it's been in the dermatological literature for like almost 100 years. I'm like looking it up. I'm like, why are people talking about this? And so, I use the 10%, and I'll do it with the salicylic acid for acne or for pore exfoliation, or I'll do it with the tea tree if I have more fungal bacterial. So fungal bacterial, do more tea tree. If it's just acne or cleaning out your pores and your skin and blemishes, I'll do the sulfur with the salicylic. I'll put the links for all of them below, by the way.
Yeah, and I think that Tinea Versicolor, when you're talking about those white spots on your skin, right?
Yeah.
People don't recognize that as fungus. It does look like it's more, to your point, like pigmentation changing, and that's not what it is. And it's pretty simple to take care of, even if you've had it for years and years and years. And so there's some things that we just kind of deal with, and it's fungus is among us, right? It's just taking over everything, and we don't even recognize that's what it is.
Yeah, and when you go put stuff into Google, like type in like whatever the issue is, put like mild, because if you don't, you get like the worst cases that you could ever imagine of said infection, right?
Yeah.
So you can see here, like you get some of those patches here, or it's more common like this.
Usually
you see these kind of like white patches like that. Yeah. That's like your common Tinea Versicolor.
Yeah, especially see it in places like Florida. A lot of people had it whenever I used to live in Hawaii. Those climates that are conducive for it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you'll see it too when the skin gets like darker. So when you get more of a tan, the patchiness will be more apparent. But like for instance, go look at like vitiligo versus tinea. Let's go look at this. So you can see here, this is what vitiligo is, right? So you can see the difference. That's more melanin, your actual melanin being destroyed, versus more of a fungal white patch. So there's a little bit different. I mean, obviously, tinea is going to be much more mild, but it can look similar. Like early mild cases of vitiligo, it's easy to mistake that. So you can see that right there.
So I see,
right? You could see, you could see that there versus like that there. It's easy to confuse that, right? Obviously, this is a lot more serious. This is not autoimmune disease. This could be permanent if you don't do things to fix the immune system and get the melanin back, like narrow range UVB. You can do topical curcumin creams that can help with this, getting the immune system and the gut fix. But this, you can totally reverse this doing the right protocols. And this is super common.
So I only see one screen up. Is there a second one that
I'm sorry. Thank you. This is the vitiligo screen right here. Okay. So you can see vitiligo right there.
A little bit more abrupt.
Yeah, a little more abrupt. You have actual autoimmune destruction of melanin. Mm-hmm. Melanin are the pigment of your skin. You have melanin in the hair as well. And then this is the vitiligo. This is the tinea right here. This is the fungus. Mm-hmm. So fungus here, autoimmune here.
Yep.
So you look even right here, people do videos on it, vitiligo versus tinea. Yep. So yeah, it's a common thing, but just wanted to make sure we address that.
Yeah, no, I think it's great.
So in general though, Rob, like we talk about these issues. So we have acne. Let's go into acne a little bit. Or let's say we have like fungal rashes around the face as well, or maybe even bacterial issues. We can easily have things there that we can use some of the natural topicals to knock it down, whether it's a a sulfur soap 10% with tea tree, whether it's a witch hazel based toner. I love witch hazel based toners. There's some really good ones out there.